Right then guys, I have just passed my level 2 gym instructor course with Origym, and in this video I'm going to explain exactly how I managed to do it. So first thing I want to say is I was super nervous for this course, but you know, in my opinion it wasn't that bad. As long as you've been revising the stuff you need to do, it wasn't too hard, and the test didn't even last that long. It says online it's going to last an hour. It took me about 25 minutes really. So to begin, make sure you've got your ID, otherwise you cannot take this exam. Make sure to get there about 10 to 15 minutes early. You'll meet the instructor and all the other clients, and it gives you time to just have a look around the gym, just get familiar with all the equipment. So once you're about to begin, you'll fill out a par queue, and the instructor will get you into pairs, and he'll tell you whether you're going first, second, third or fourth. Once you do start the exam, make sure you're projecting your voice and you're speaking nice and loud, because it is quite loud in gyms. The music was quite loud in the one I went to, and basically the louder you speak, the more confident you come across. So when I started the exam, I went over all the health and safety features, told them where the water fountain is, emergency exits, toilets, just cover all of that. Make sure the instructor hears you. You want to explain the RPE scale to the participant, as that's what you're going to be using. And make sure you use that for not just your cardio but and your resistance machines, which you told me at the end. So I started off on the Stairmaster. I did about 3 minutes altogether. It's supposed to be a 5-minute warm-up, but the instructor just wants to see you can do it. He does not want to see a full 5-minute warm-up, 10 minute CV exercise and 20-minute resistance. As long as you can see that you know what you're doing, he'll say, right, that's enough, and you'll move on to the next thing. Moving on from the warm-up, you go to some dynamic stretches. I got asked 2 stretches, I don't remember which ones they are now, but there's not many to learn, so that bit weren't too difficult at all. Just make sure you explain why you're actually doing the stretches. After that, I moved on to the main cardiovascular exercises. I did the X trainer, and like I said earlier, I did this for about 5 minutes, no longer. I got asked to do an aerobic curve. I know you can get asked to do interval training as well, but I got asked for aerobic curve. And it took me about 5 minutes, just to make sure you're slowly increasing the intensity, use the RPE scale, and yeah, you should not really have any problems with that. So moving on to resistance, the way it's set out is you'll get asked to perform an exercise according to the power grid. So it could be power, strength, hypertrophy, endurance and stability. You get asked to choose one exercise based on the muscle, so it could be like, show me an exercise for the chest in the hypertrophy range. Then the next thing the instructor will ask you is, can you show me a bench press, for example, like a specific movement in whatever range he wants it to do. So just be prepared to obviously know your machines. There is a list on the website. Just know your machines, and make sure you learn your teaching points and your power grid as well. You need to know the sets and reps. And in a few instances, he did ask me to explain like stability, like can you explain to me what is stability, what is hypertrophy, what is power? So know your definitions as well. So after the resistance training, you move on to stretches, static stretches. This is where I actually went wrong at this point, but I did make it right afterwards. So they may call it a developmental stretch. It's basically a static stretch. Don't do a dynamic one like I did. I did a dynamic one first and I was like, oh shit, I've done this wrong. So then I quickly changed at the end, and I think he gave me the mark for it at the end. But yeah, make sure you learn all your stretches. Again, explain why you do it, to reduce delayed onset muscle soreness. You asked for 2 of them, so it's not too bad at all. So that concludes the session. Again, it does not take long to do. You get given a sheet of questions afterwards to fill out with the person like who's your client on the day, and also some things to fill out yourself. After you've done that, I got told to just walk around for a bit whilst he speaks to the client about my performance. Then he called me over at the end, said I've passed, show me the assessment criteria, so show me where I needed to improve, what I did well. I think the only things I needed to improve on was, he said when I'm showing him the RPE scale, don't shove it in their face. Like, just ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how you feeling? You don't need to constantly show them the piece of paper. I don't remember the other one that I needed to improve on, but apart from that, it's really not that bad. It's normal to feel nervous, but on the day, just embrace those nerves. You're going to be absolutely fine. If you have any more questions, just let me know in the comments. Thank you and good luck if you have this assessment.